What is up, gym owners? If you guys are like me, you are extremely fired up about it being January, the first week of 2021. I am pumped because I think that this year it allows for so much growth and development for brick and mortar gym owners coming off of a tough year in 2020 for a lot of us. And this is our opportunity to rebuild the brick and mortar gym that we spent so much time working on. Even if you've had just a small dip or a big dip, or maybe no dip at all, it shows a huge opportunity to bounce back and just blow the gym up. So the first thing I wanted to talk about this year with you guys is getting leads. Okay, so you may need leads, you may not need leads, you may think that you need leads when you really don't. We're not going to talk about that today. Okay, that's more of diagnosing your business and analyzing it from a bird's eye view to see exactly where your holes are. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to be talking about tactically how to get those leads, right? Appointments, how to get people in front of you. So roll up your sleeves. This is going to be a tactical training video that you can apply immediately and fix a couple things in your business to get more people in front of you so you can close them on your program, whatever that may be. Okay. So I brought a whiteboard with me. I would recommend, and I don't normally do this, but I'd recommend getting a piece of paper. If you're watching this live, grab a piece of paper, something to write on. You can even open up your notepad on your computer. If you're watching the replay, hit pause and go get something to write on so you can do this exercise with me. And hopefully gain some really cool insight into where your leads are coming from and how you can optimize that to get even more leads. Okay, so let's kick it off. I want to show you what I made here. Okay, so this is the whiteboard I was referring to. Okay, now I have it broken up into 6 categories. Okay, and as you can see at the top, it says appointment shows. Now, I don't care about leads. I care about people that are sitting down in front of me, okay, giving me the opportunity to have a conversation and turn them into a long-term member. So that's what you should care about too. All right. It doesn't matter how many leads are coming into your Facebook campaign, how many leads you have in your funnel. None of that matters. What matters is how many people are actually sitting down with you so you can pitch them on your program, right? And so that's what we're going to be tracking. And I like to do it across these 6 categories. Now, you might have 6 different categories than I do as far as streams of leads, streams of different lead flows. And some of you might have less. You might have 1 stream, right? And if that stream dries up for whatever reason, you're screwed. Okay, I like to diversify. I've made some videos on this in the past, but 6 different ways that I predictably am getting leads in my gym every single month. And I do this exercise every single, the first meeting that I have with my team of the month, we analyze this and see how we did last month and where we can make improvements. So let's dig into that process. The first thing I would do is break up how many different streams you currently have of where your clients come from. So I'll tell you mine, okay? And my first one is Facebook ads. So I run ads to a funnel where they schedule an appointment, right? And you can call your appointment whatever you want to call it. Ours is called a free transformation program trial. So they are coming to my gym and they are going to be doing a 7-day trial of my transformation program. And after that, they're going to automatically continue for however long it takes them to reach their goals. Okay. So I run ads where they see it on Facebook, they click on it, and they schedule that appointment. Okay, so that's the first one. The next one that I do is Facebook groups, a free Facebook group where I run ads or I do it organically. It totally depends on the time of the year and what you want to do. So you can grow your Facebook group using Facebook ads, and we teach you how to do that. Or you can do it completely organically just by posting on your profile, whatever's up, whatever way you want to do it. But from this group, I now have people that know, like, and trust me. And my job is to explain to them how I can help them, right? And they're all in my local community, how I can help them. And when they're ready to come on into my gym and sit down with me, and I'll develop that transformation program unique to them. Okay, so there's call to actions, there's client success stories, there's value posts. I do a lot in that group to get them excited about what I do at my gym. They feel like they've already been a member of my gym because they're constantly seeing videos in there. They are constantly seeing my coaches who I invite to do interviews on maybe clean eating, whatever it may be. But that is a completely separate category from my ads that I use to get appointments in front of me. The next one is email and texting. So if you guys are like me, you might have a massive list of people that you have been collecting from your funnels from wherever, right, over the past years. Okay, so what are you doing with all of those names? Chances are they're probably still interested in getting in shape, right? So are you reaching out to them? Are you doing it predictably? Are you doing it on a recurring basis, right? And so what are you doing with your emails and texts? Are you providing value? Are you constantly asking them to do business with you without giving anything in exchange, right? Are you doing it the right way? Okay, so we take a look at what you're doing with your email and your text messages that you're sending out to your clients. Are you even doing it at all? Maybe you're not, with any one of these guys, you might not be doing it at all. And that leads to why you probably don't have as many leads or appointments that you'd like to every month. The next one is the website, okay? So we all have a website. Most of us have a website, okay? But is your website giving you appointments? Are people clicking on the button or call to action on that website, and they're actually coming in and meeting with you to go over your program, right, that you're trying to sell them, your membership, right? How effective is that? Then the next thing that I do is referrals. Okay, so I have referrals from a couple different sources. Number one, my team, my staff, my trainers, right? They bring in usually 2 referrals each every month. And that's a part of their goals. It's part of their job. It's part of our culture. I need them to do that for me. They have exposure to a lot of clients that I don't. And in exchange for what I pay them, I need them to bring those referrals to me. In addition to that, I run member events or member challenges every single month. It's one or the other. I don't run both of them, right? But those are also designed to get my members to bring a +1 for half the cost, right? And it's very effective at them saying, "Oh, I got a friend that I can bring in. We can split the cost together." Yeah, absolutely. And now they brought in a referral with a high probability of them staying. Okay, so referrals, and then finally signage. If you have signage, is that signage effective? Are you getting appointments from that? Okay, are people coming in? Do you have a call to action on it? So before we dig any deeper into that, I think it's important that you write down not what you'd like to do, but what you're currently doing right now, right? Because chances are that you have an area of opportunity to improve each one of those different streams, right? You can look at adding new streams, but I'd argue that you don't want to do that too quickly until the ones that you have are already, you feel pretty strong, right? So the first thing that you're going to do on here is you are going to, in the box up here, so you could write this same thing down, appointment shows, and then the different categories, and then you have a box below each one. On a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to honestly rate how strongly you feel that stream of revenue is flowing new appointments into you, right? So Facebook ads, as an example, scale of 1 to 10. Is it a 10? Are you doing absolutely everything that you could do and there's no room for improvement? Your creative is on fire. Your copy is great. If you are running your ads, you're optimizing every single day. Or if you hired somebody to run your ads, are they doing a good job? Like, your landing page is beautiful. It's perfect. It's got social proof. You're converting at over 20%, 30% on your landing page, right? If you are doing ads, take into account every single piece of that. And is there any room for improvement? If I had to rate mine right now, I'd say it's about a 7. So I'm going to write a 7 under that category, right? Facebook ads, 7. Why is mine a 7? Well, because I feel like I have really good creative. I film a lot at the gym. My team does. We have good copy, and our message definitely gets across to the kind of clients I want. I'm not going to advertise like, free 24/7 gym with all the like, that's not my message, right? I'm here to help people transform their life, right? And so my message and my offer, which is a free transformation program trial, all that is really good. But my funnel's converting at like 10%, and I think I can get it higher, right? I'm optimizing my ads, but I usually wait a little bit too long before I refresh with brand new creative. I could do a better job at that, right? There's these things that I know I could do better, and maybe bump that from a 7 to a 9 if I put forth targeted attention towards it. Okay, so I'm going to write those things right here, right? I'm going to write those things right there with a game plan of what I need to do. And I will cross them off when I do it. So new funnel test. Okay, it might take me a few hours and I'll build a new funnel and I will test it. I will split test it against my current funnel and see which one performs better. Maybe I can use different testimonials or social proof, right? Different colors. Maybe I can make one of them long copy and one of them short copy. There's a lot of things I can do to say, once somebody clicks on my ad, how come they're not scheduling an appointment? They totally should, right? They were interested, they read it, they're like, oh, this sounds like me. And then they get to the funnel and then nothing. Right? Why wouldn't they? Why are they not scheduling? Well, because something was missed between the ad and the funnel, right? So I didn't represent something correctly, but I have an area of opportunity to improve that. And that's what I'm going to do first. The next thing that I could put under my ads is I need to refresh creative 2 times per month. So instead of running 1 campaign each month, I want to run 2 campaigns. You know, that way people are constantly seeing something new. So my point is, what we want to do is we have our first category. I honestly rated it a 7, and I'm going to write down all the things that I can do to improve it, right? And at the bottom here, where it says total, that's where I'm going to write down how many appointments I think I can realistically get this month once I make those improvements. So I'm going to write 20, okay? From my Facebook ads, I want to get 20 appointments. Those are 20 people in front of me, okay? 20 appointments. And why do I pick that number? I've been doing this a while, and I think that that is a totally realistic amount that I want to get. And yours is different. It depends on how much you're willing to spend, your budget. It depends on your lead nurture, right? Because those people that opt in, they have to show up. And that's all stuff that we talk about with FitBiz, right? I'm just giving you the overarching thing. We have quite a few different streams that we need to cover today. So I won't talk about lead nurture and getting appointments to show up and all of that stuff. We're going to assume that that's already strong for you, and you're doing a good job with that. We're just talking about out of this stream, I think 20 is reasonable, right? With my ad spend and all of that, okay? And then I'm gonna put a little slash like this. And at the end of the year, or at the end of the month, I'm gonna write down how many I actually got from that stream of revenue, okay? So that's the first one. The next one that we'll go over is the Facebook group, okay? So I have a Facebook group, and you guys can look it up if you want. It's called Fit for Life, and it is a group that targets people in my local community. And the objective is to get them to know, like, and trust my gym and my staff, my trainers, all of that. And I'm going to give them a ton of value for free in exchange for doing that, right? So how is that group going, right? Well, it's going well. We're gaining a lot of new followers, new members in my community that are absorbing my message and my branding. That I really like about it. However, they're not taking as much action as I would like them to. Maybe my call to actions aren't strong enough. Maybe I need to do a little bit more work on the things I'm giving them for free. Maybe I think the things that I think are very valuable, they might not think are very valuable. Recently, we've been doing, like how to live the healthiest life, how to create the strongest habits. Okay, that's our approach, because that's what we want to ultimately help people get. But we're trying something new in January, which is more of a quick fix that will hopefully get them started, right? So how to lose 15 pounds in 30 days, with the objective of them just getting started, getting going. And we can then have that opportunity to teach them the things that we really believe are to be true, like creating healthy long-term lifestyle habit changes, right? So maybe a little bit more of the carrot instead of the stick when it comes to the offer that we're putting out in front of them. So there's areas of improvement there. Also, I think that we could do a little bit better job of tagging people in relevant information we've already posted. As an example, if we made somebody, or if we got somebody new in our group and they said, I really struggle with how to eat enough protein, right? But we have an amazing video on how to consume enough protein. I should tag them in that immediately, not me, but the person running my group. And I think there's an area of opportunity there. So I'm going to put that as a 6. Okay. My second stream is a 6. Okay. And so then I'm going to write down everything here and that I want to do by the end of the month to make that better. And I'm going to cross it off once that is either accomplished, if it's a one-time thing, or it becomes part of my system, right? So as an example, with the landing page, I build a landing page, it outperforms, it is now done, cross it off. With tagging people, it is now part of our system, right? So I talk to the person running it, which happens to be my ops manager, and I say, hey, Andy, anytime somebody comes in with a membership question that says, I need to work on eating more protein, whatever it may be, the first thing I want you to do before you welcome them is tag them in the relevant stuff, right? And now that's become part of our system, so I always ensure that it's getting done, right? So then I cross that off once I see it's happening, okay? The next one that I would go over, before I move on, is I would put in a goal of 10 appointments per month from my Facebook group. It's a powerful one, right? 10 per month, and that's free, right? I'm not spending money on the group. I'm spending time. I'm creating content. I'm creating all of that, but it's not costing me anything like Facebook ads. Facebook ads cost me. If I want to grow my group even faster, I can throw money at it. I can run ads to it and grow it even faster. Right now, it's growing good organically, right? By people promoting and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to leave it, but I want to get 10 appointments per month from that group. When I put out a call to action, like this is Mrs. Jones, she just lost 20 pounds. Who else? Raise your hand if you want to be the next Mrs. Jones, right? I need at least 10 people to raise their hand and show up. Now, of course, there's more than just that one post, but that is the point of the group. Next, email and texting, okay? Email and texting. So I have a massive list of customers that I've acquired over the past 10 years, right? What am I telling them? Right? Am I doing reactivation campaigns? Am I sending them broadcast like through a piece of software, which I do? I use UpLaunch, and I send a broadcast out to them. It says, hey, everybody on my list, this is some new information that I wanted to share with you, and I think that you will really dig it. And if you do, click this link, come talk to me, okay? Text message, right? You can't overdo text messages or people will unsubscribe, but it might say something like, hey, John, I just wanted to let you know, since it's been a minute since you were in our gym, that we have a brand new program that you've never experienced before, and we're enrolling 20 people this month. If you want to be one of those 20, because as you know, our trainers fill up or whatever it may be, just send me a message back and I'll save you a spot. Okay, so that's one way that you could use your email or text list to get appointments booked for you. Some people might say no, but chances are with this one, your volume is high enough to where you will get, my goal is 10 yeses. Now, how do I feel about this one? Very good. I would say that this one is a 9, okay? And the reason I say it's very good is because we have this one really, really dialed in. Almost every time that we broadcast, we enter a campaign, it is very effective. So in fact, FitBiz University built pre-done campaigns for all of our customers that they use, and they're absolutely crushing it. And so this one I feel very strong about, either broadcasting, putting them into a drip campaign, right? So a campaign that systematically sends out emails, text messages, whatever it may be over the course of, let's say, 30 days. They're different lengths depending on what your objective is, right? But the point is that you are communicating with them through emails and text messages. This has nothing to do with Facebook, getting them to schedule an appointment to show up in front of you so they can buy the offer that you are marketing, okay? So this one feels very good. I will not do any work on this whatsoever because I have to put my attention towards the areas that need improvement. And so I will want to get another 10 out of this. Now, why don't I get 50 out of it? Simply, my list is not big enough, but I am working on getting a larger and larger list. Guess what? Anytime somebody opts into my funnel, I am adding them to my list. Anytime somebody joins my Facebook group, I am adding them to my list. Now, part of working with mentors or a consulting agency like FitBiz is we do that for you automatically. So anytime we build actually this whole thing that we're talking about, we build all of it for you. We do all of this for you, and you just have to send the stuff out that's unique to your gym. So the next one is our website, okay? So people will visit your website. This has nothing to do with Facebook. It has nothing to do with you reaching out to them. That's all outbound. We're talking about inbound now, people looking for you, right? So they go on Google and they type in personal trainer in my city, or boot camps or weight loss in my city, whatever it may be, right, near me, okay? So Google will then show them a list of websites that possibly fit their match for their keyword, okay? First of all, does your website pop up? Okay, If it does not pop up, then you are a 0 because nobody is getting there, right? Or if they have to go to the second page or the third page, right? You might be a 5 or a 4 because it doesn't matter if your site is amazing. If nobody sees it, then it is not going to produce any leads for you or appointments, right? So that is called SEO, search engine optimization, and it needs to be good, right? At least to work, right? And so the first thing I would look at is your SEO good? Just try it yourself. Go on your computer and type in personal trainers in this area, or CrossFit in this area, or boot camp, or group training, or whatever your niche is, right? Whatever you want to do for people, type that in and see, even just weight loss or fitness programs, see if it pops up for you, okay? If it does, then you want to visit your site and see how effective it is for getting people booked, okay? So, very simple. You need to have a strong call to action, okay? It can't just be a gigantic site where people can navigate all over the place, like, oh, meet the team and our mission, our story, you know, past this, our philosophies, our class times, they're going to look all over the place and end up just leaving because they're like, this is cool, but it doesn't tell me what they want me to do, right? You want a front and center call to action, right? Maybe it says, book your free transformation program now while spots are left so we can change your life, right? Something like that. So people get to your website, they find it right away. They're like, oh, this is amazing. He didn't tell me too much, left me wanting a little bit more. I think I'm going to go in and learn more about it so I can do it myself. Our website is in the process of a makeover, so I am going to give it a 5. You can visit my site now. It is bodybydesign.net, and you can see it absolutely does that. Boom. 5. So why am I giving it a makeover? Because I think it can do it better. I built that site 3 years ago, which isn't a lifetime ago, but a lot of stuff changes, especially like mobile. It was not optimized 100% for mobile. It was optimized like 75% for desktop and 25% for the mobile users. Now I think it's switched, right? And 75% of people at least are visiting websites from their phone. And so I really want my website to be optimized for mobile, which is why I only give it a 5. And I am only getting about 4 to 5 appointments per month from that. And I need to double that. Okay. So by the time I get that to a 10, then I will have the 10 appointments that I want per month from my website. Now, guys, these 10 are people that prefer to use Google to find what they're looking for, which is a ton of people. Google is a massive opportunity. AdWords, all of that stuff. We're talking about organic, but it's massive, okay? So you want to be able to at least be found by 10 people per month. I'm at half of that, which is why I rated mine a 5. And I will write down the things that I want to improve. However, I simply just hired a company to do exactly what I need them to do because I think that the ROI is worth it, okay? I think that what I'm going to spend them, I will, if they do exactly what I want them to do and I get half the results I'm anticipating, the amount of money I'll make that first month will pay for the entire redesign, right? So you got to be smart with your time and your money. And I am not a coder. I am not a developer. I know some things about it, but I am not going to take, 40 hours of my time to build a website by myself when I can pay somebody and make a lot more money with that same 40 hours, and they'll make a lot better website in that same 40 hours. You know what I mean? So I know what to spend my energy on. So I hired somebody. They're working on my website now. It will be done by the end of the month. It'll be beautiful. They don't need much from me because I already have an existing website, but they know that I need to be found on SEO on Google, and they know I need to have a strong call to action. I need appointments, right? And so by the time that thing is done, I want 10 appointments from there. Referrals, all right? Try to keep these videos for 30 minutes, so I will keep going. Referrals are the next one, all right? So I feel that my referral game is fair, okay? I'm gonna give it a 7. Why? Because my trainers consistently bring in at least 1 referral each every single month. However, the goal is 2, right? I need 2 out of them. So what are they doing and how can they double their output to be able to get in another referral for me? Again, they can have conversations that I can't have. So I need them to be able to do that for me so I can do all the other things that they really enjoy about their job, right? New equipment, flexibility over their time, constant new clients to work with. They love their job. They love everything about it. They make great money, but we need to keep feeding them, right? And so they can play a part. They can play a role in doing that by getting me the referrals that I'm going to close for them, right? So I just need them to have those conversations. I think there's room for improvement because I get about one, which across my entire staff is about 10 per month, but I want it to be a little bit higher. Secondly, we do events that are designed to do referrals. I think we do a great job with it, but I did just automate the process of once somebody comes in, instead of filling out a waiver and signing their name, and half the time I can't even read their email or whatever it may be, and then I try to reach out to them after the event and say, hey, how'd it go? I automated it. I put it on a tablet. They walk in, they put their first name, last name, phone number, email, and then sign with their finger for the waiver, right? Hit enter. After they do that, guess what? They automatically get put on my list. And on that list, I am going to message them saying, hey, how did you like the event? Wasn't it amazing? By the way, do you have any fitness goals? I know you came with Mrs. Jones or whatever it may be, and she's been crushing it. How would you like to talk a little bit more about you, right? And so then we use that information to then get them an appointment, and they've already been to the gym. Most of the time it's at our gym. They've already met our staff. They've already met the sales guy because he's at all the events, building rapport and getting to know everybody. It's a very well-designed system, but I think with my trainers bringing one more person on each, and I think with that automated system that I now have that I didn't have before, and it's beautiful, we're going to get from a 7 to a 10. I really do think that. So I'm going to write that down on the improvements that I need to make. Now here it is. Okay. And then by being a 7 to a 10, I want to get 15 appointments. Okay. 15 is what I want to get per month from referrals. Okay. So nothing crazy, but with the staff size that I have, and for you guys, you might have a much smaller staff than me. So just adjust it accordingly. Okay. And you'll grow your staff over time, and then the number goes up. Okay. The final thing is my sign. I just put a brand new sign out. In fact, if you look at I might have posted it. It's in my story right now. It'll go away. But you can see the new sign I put out in front of my gym. We've already had 2 walk-ins since I put that up in the last week. Okay. And basically my sign has a great it was a great logo before, beautiful logo, but it was missing the call to action. It was missing telling them what I need them to do. So now it says Body by Design Transformation Center, but underneath it says home of the free 7-day trial. Stop in now for your transformation program, right? It tells them exactly what I want them to do. It tells them to stop in. It tells them to pull their car in, sit down. We're ready to, walk-ins are welcome. Come in and talk with us about changing your life. Okay. Now with that call to action, I think it's amazing. So that was something, as an example, that was a 5 last month. That is a 10 now. I literally cannot do anything else with my sign to make it any better. Okay. Unless my offer changes and I have to make a new sign, or unless it gets wear and tear and it's ugly and people can't read it anymore. But I just did what I said I was going to do last month. And so it is a 10. And again, with my sign, guys, I'm only expecting to get 5 per month. Okay. So that's just 1 walk-in per month. Now, the point of all of this is for you to do the exercise yourself and be honest with yourself on where are you expecting to get leads from. Okay. And how good are you doing that thing right now? Okay. And if you're honest with yourself, that might be your exact answer of why you do not have as many leads as you want to have. Right. So if I were to add all these up, I have 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 70 appointments. Okay. 70 appointments per month is what I want to get. Okay. And that would be roughly 2 a day, right? Maybe 3 a day. Okay. Nothing unrealistic, but if I get 70 appointments per month, which I usually get very close to it, and we're closing at 50%. Now these are high ticket programs, long-term transformation programs, right? That's how I'm getting 35 new members per month. Now I have a lot of members, right? So I lose members. I lose about 10 per month, but as you can see, that's how my membership grows, right? I'm plus 25. And that's with everything 100% dialed in. Okay. Now I might not get all of these up to a 10 by the end of the month, right? So I'm going to set goals for myself. And which one do I think is the most important? Well, probably the one that is 20. I want to get that dialed in. Probably the one that is the lowest, that has great opportunity. I want to get that one dialed in. And maybe I'll work on the Facebook group, right? So you pick the ones that you have the bandwidth for. Now, here's the thing, guys, and I'm going to bring this full circle now. When you have a very good team that is running the day-to-day duties and everything that comes with owning a gym, if they're doing all the day-to-day, you as the entrepreneur, as the CEO of your business, have all of the time in the world to only focus on doing these things, right? That no one else can do. Now imagine if you didn't do any training, you didn't do any sales, you didn't do any of that, and you just focused on working on your business, right? How much growth would you have? Which is why it is our mission to get people to that point, to be the CEO of their fitness business, right? Not an employee. If you have to do all of these day-to-day tasks, you're still at the employee level. I know you don't feel like it, but trust me, when you're at the CEO level and you're just working on these things, that's when massive growth happens, because you're getting all of these to tens, and all of a sudden the amount of leads that are coming in is crazy, but you're putting forth a lot of effort. But first we need to identify where to put that effort, right? Which ones have the most potential, and then how honest you are with yourself on how good these things are. Okay. And that's how you can get to 70 appointments per month. Now, if 70 appointments sitting down with you per month is not enough, then you have a different problem. Okay, trust me. You should be able. You either have a sales problem if you're not converting them. You have a retention problem if it's not enough to beat out your churn. So if you can sell 35 like I can, but you're losing 40, well, that's a big problem. Okay, so there could be other problems, but today we are solving the I need leads problem, and this is exactly how you do it, guys. You break them up into your different streams, and if Facebook bans your ad account for whatever reason one month, you still have 5 other streams, right? Or your website crashes, well, you still have 5 other streams. Big deal, right? That you can pump anything into. And that diversification is what really makes your business strong and gets your brand out everywhere. Now, like I said earlier, FitBiz absolutely helps you and does a lot of this for you. We crush these streams of revenue for you. And all you have to do is be there to sell people into your transformation program. If you are interested in there, comment below me, right? Just say me, and my team will reach out to you, and they will hook you up with exactly how you go about working with us. Okay. So hopefully you guys found this useful. And do it again with your team if you have a team that you want to share this with, or tag them in this video. And get some pen to paper and set some goals, man. And if you're at 6, 7, 4, 5, dude, if you're missing one of these things, then put it on there and put 0 and put everything you think you need to do in order to get that stream activated. Because once you have a new stream activated, it's just a matter of optimizing it, right? But you have leads flowing in from it. If you're putting all of your dollars into Facebook ads and it's not as successful as it used to be, you need to diversify. It's not the same as it used to be, right? So you need to get across more than one stream, and that's where a lot of gym owners are having the issue now, is because what they did in the past isn't working anymore, and it's never going to. Nothing's going to be evergreen forever, right? Otherwise, marketing would be, once you figure it out, you're done, and it's not. It's a constant learning process. But if you have a mentor, if you have somebody helping you like us, it will pay for itself in less than 30 days. So appreciate you guys. If you watched this live, right now, if you're still watching, that's amazing. Write live in the comments, hit enter, boom. That way I can see that you are watching it all the way to the end. And I really appreciate that. That lets me know how long I should make these things. If nobody's making it to the end, that means I'm making them too long. If you're watching this on a replay, type in replay, hit enter, smash that enter key right now. That way I know how many people are watching this on replay. So if I can send these out and make them a little bit longer, because I know you're going to set aside the time to watch them when you have the time. Anyways, it's Monday. Like I said, I'm super fired up. 2021, guys, we have huge things to do. We are rebuilding brick and mortar gyms, one gym at a time, one brick at a time. Join me in that. And I will see you guys next week with what we are going to be dropping for you then. Appreciate it.